Assalamualaikum. In this video, I want to show you how to prepare a statement of profit and loss accounts as well as statement of financial position from the trial balance. Okay, so I have already posted in my blog, and it has 5 stages. Of course, the first stage is the easiest one, and we continue to the second, third, fourth, and fifth. So inshallah, we will go to the question later, and we will try, or we will attempt the question using Excel. Okay, now let's go to the question. Okay, so this is the question. We have for stage 1, the trial balance, we have a balanced trial balance that is 115,000 for the debit and credit, and it is very short. Okay, so first of all, before we attempt or before we move on to the statement of profit and loss and also the statement of financial position, we need to separate the items between the my call the SOCI and SOPI. So I call statement of profit and loss or SOCI, statement of profit and loss and comprehensive income. And statement of financial position is also known as balance sheet. Okay, so the items we need to separate because of course after we have separated we can we know that what should be put in the statement of profit and loss and what should be put in the statement of financial position. Okay, starting with our sales. So sales is under SOCI or profit and loss. Purchases is under profit and loss. Opening inventory is under profit and loss. Rental is an expenses item, so it should be in the profit and loss accounts. Salary is under profit and loss accounts. Machinery, so the machinery is an asset. Asset should not be inside your statement of profit and loss. It should be in your statement of financial position, that is balance sheet. So machinery is an asset, should be in the SOFP, financial position. Office equipment is also an asset, should be in your statement of financial position. Bank asset, cash asset, receivables is also asset, should be in your statement of financial position. Payables is a liability, so liability is inside your statement of financial position, and equity, or known as capital, will also be in your statement of financial position. And we have the closing inventory. It should be when we use this closing inventory in both statement, that is in the statement of profit and loss as well as statement of financial position. Okay, now let's go to Excel. Okay, now we are in Excel. I have copied the question here so I can refer easily. Okay, now we start with the name of the company. So the name of the company, I just put RMO, Restricted Movement Order, and this is the statement of profit and loss when for the year ended 31st December 2020. Oh, it's a long way to go. Okay, never mind. I don't care. Okay, so put RM symbol. Okay, why you need to put this label? Because it is important for you to do so. Because you got marks during your exam. Why? Because this is the name of the business. Of course, the statement needs to have an owner. So RMO is the name of the business. What you are doing the statement of profit and loss for what year or what period. So the period will be from the 1st January until 31st December. So that is why it calls for the year ended, meaning that the whole sales, the whole purchases, the whole expenses that you have incurred during the year 2020, everything has to be reported in the statement. So that's why for the year ended means that starting from the first and it ends at 31st December 2020. Okay, alright, good. Okay, we start with the sales. Our sales is 100,000. Good. And then you have to minus or less, so I put here cost of goods sold, cost of sales or cost of goods sold. Cost of goods sold is the cost that incurred from the trading from the trading business. That is, you buy sell. So starting from, you have opening inventory. So your opening inventory is how much? 5,000. So 5,000. Add with your purchases. We have purchases. Purchases is 30,000. Oops, sorry. 30,000. And then minus or less closing inventory. So because it's minus, I need to put negative over here. So negative 8,000. So you can see negative 8,000 come from here, the closing inventory. What is the leftover inside your warehouse during at the end of the period. Okay, so let's total up how much our cost of goods sold that we have. So you have a calculator, you can calculate now. Okay, so just use the formula. But this 27,000, because this I'm using Excel, so because this is less over here, so I need to multiply. Where's my multiply? With negative 1. So because I want to make it negative, because 100,000 sales minus my cost of goods sold. So I shall get my gross profit of 73,000. So that's my gross profit. Actually, this is my trading account. I buy, I sell. I buy, I sell. So this is the cost of buying, 27,000, and I sold it at 100,000, and my gross profit from the activity of trading is 73,000. And less, of course, just now we have already separated the items between the profit and loss and financial position. So I minus expenses. What is the expenses that we have here? We have rental and salary. So rental and salary. Rental is 12,000 and salary is 18,000. I have only two expenses. This one. So my expenses is only 30,000. Okay, let me sum up here. So I get 30,000, but I need to minus less, because from the gross profit I need to minus my expenses, then I will get my net profit. So let me put, because I'm using the formula over here, so negative 1 and my net profit should be 73 minus 30. So this is my net profit. Okay, so we have done, or we have finished, or we have completed the statement of profit and loss. So we have the net profit of 43,000 from our sales of 100,000. After this, are we going to continue to do the statement of financial position. Move on to statement of financial position. So statement of financial position is the statement where you report all your results, the financial results that happened during the year. You have calculated through the financial of profit and loss, and then after you have gotten the profit, and then you will post it to your statement of financial position. So the statement of financial position will report all your, how much is your assets, how much is your liability, how much is your retained earnings or your capital that you have during that particular date. So I will put here, okay, this is RNO, the name of the business, and statement of financial position as at 31st December 2020. So as that date, we will know how much is our asset, liability, and capital. So as always, I will put here RM and also RM. Next, we have asset. What is our asset? Our asset consists of two. There is non-current asset and current asset. We start with non-current asset first. What is our non-current asset here? There is machinery and office equipment. So I just copy just to save some time, and I paste it over here. So I have two kinds of non-current asset, is machinery and office equipment. How much? Okay, there is machinery 20,000 and office equipment 5,000. So copy and I paste it over here. And then I should get the total of 25,000. Is it? Let's just check again. What is my non-current asset? Yeah, only two. This is for CA or current asset. As well as this. Closing inventory, because you close the stock or you close the inventory at the end of the year. So it is closed, or the figure is stated at 31st December, same like this one. Okay, move on to current asset. Current asset. So what is our current asset? Starting with, of course, our inventory. Just now I mentioned about the closing inventory. Our inventory is 8,000. We got it from here. And then after inventory, we have bank, cash, and receivable. I just copied these three and I put it over here. So I have bank, cash, and receivables. Okay, how much? Okay, we do the cut and paste again. Not cut, copy. Bank is 8,000, cash is 2,000, receivables is 15,000. So I just copy and put it over here. So I believe we have already settled our current asset. Or we need to sum up first. Okay, the total of my current asset is 33,000. And my total assets is my total asset, non-current asset plus with current asset. So I have 58,000, my total asset. Then we move on to finance by, okay, we have liability, and under the liability we have two categories as well. There is non-current liability and also current liability. If we look at the question, do we have non-current liability? That is long-term liability. Okay, to detect the liability from your trial balance, liability is always at the credit side. So look at the credit side of your trial balance. You have only your sales, is your revenue, and you have payables. This is your liability, but it is under current liability. And you have equity. So only three are at the credit side. So there's definitely no non-current liability existed here. So there's no. So we only put current liability. So current liability we have only payables. So payables put here. And how much is our payable just now? Payables. I think if you are confused or feel like headache of me seeing me going up and down, so I suggest you better print out your question that you have downloaded and then you just put it aside while watching my video. Okay, so my payables is 5,000. So I put here payables is 5,000. So 5,000. And I have my equity. So capital, how much is my capital? So capital is 10,000. So 10,000. And I need to add with my net profit that I have calculated just now using our statement of profit and loss. Okay, net profit. Net profit, our equity or our capital is our own money. And of course, when we do our business, we receive some profit, and that profit will increase your capital. So that's why we need to add. So your net profit is 43,000. So I just put here 43,000. And you have no drawings, and we will add it all together. 5,000 plus our capital and net profit. So you have 58,000. So is it correct? Remember, our equation is asset equals to liability plus with equity. So if our asset is 58,000, our liability plus equity should be also 58,000. So I can say that our answer are correct. So this is the answer. Okay. Alright. So this is for stage 1. Later If I have time, we will go to stage 2. In the meantime, try and do this first before watching the video. Okay, until then, see you. Assalamualaikum.